Healing means committing to weekly therapy sessions, allowing myself the compassion to accept my flaws, and continuously striving to live authentically. Meanwhile, Shaunie Henderson has publicly accused Brooke Bailey of fabricating her entire persona and story. This revelation has ignited one of the most explosive controversies ever seen behind the scenes of Basketball Wives, shaking the very foundation of reality TV drama. At the center of this whirlwind lies a tangled web of deceit, manipulation, and calculated moves, far more complex than the typical on-screen conflicts. The controversy reached a boiling point when Shaunie Henderson, the influential executive producer who has steered the Basketball Wives franchise through numerous seasons, made the startling decision to remove Brooke Bailey from season 12. This move sent shockwaves through the entertainment world and continues to reverberate, leaving fans and insiders alike questioning what really unfolds beyond the cameras. The story began with what seemed like a hopeful comeback. Fans and production alike eagerly anticipated Brooke Bailey's return to Basketball Wives, expecting a candid and healing journey after the heartbreaking loss of her daughter in 2022. Promotional material painted a picture of redemption, a woman grappling with grief, ready to grow and reveal a deeper side of herself. But behind this carefully crafted narrative, a far darker reality was unfolding. Industry insiders soon whispered about Brooke's increasingly unusual behavior, which began almost immediately after filming resumed. What the cameras captured was only a fraction of the turmoil behind the scenes. According to production sources, Brooke's attitude shifted into something calculated and almost predatory, unsettling everyone involved. Rather than the softened, genuine transformation many expected, Brooke appeared to weaponize her pain, using it as leverage instead of healing. Cast members started to feel manipulated, sensing that private moments and vulnerabilities were being recorded not for authentic storytelling, but for future exploitation. The first warning signs emerged when off-camera conversations mysteriously surfaced during heated on-screen confrontations. What initially seemed like coincidence soon revealed a disturbing pattern. Someone was meticulously documenting every private exchange. A cast member's courage led to an internal report, raising serious allegations. Brooke was accused of secretly recording conversations on her personal device. This was more than just reality TV drama. It potentially breached strict confidentiality agreements and risked severe legal consequences for the network. Adding to the complexity, Brooke's business partner, Sundie, after months of disillusionment with another associate named Jackie, confided to an insider about the unraveling trust and deception in their professional circle. The notion of systematically recording off-camera discussions for later use reflected a cold, strategic manipulation that pushed the boundaries of reality television's often blurred ethical lines. As paranoia spread, trust on set evaporated. Cast members grew anxious, unsure whether their words were being covertly captured and weaponized against them. This toxic atmosphere threatened not just relationships, but the entire production's stability. Though no longer a full-time cast, member Shaunie Henderson, the franchise's executive producer, retained significant influence. Known for her commitment to preserving Basketball Wives' reputation, Shaunie quickly recognized that such behavior jeopardized the show's integrity. Complaints from the cast, the potential legal ramifications, and the deteriorating environment culminated in a volatile mix destined to ignite conflict. Brooke's increasingly aggressive tactics collided with Shaunie's protective instincts, setting the stage for a showdown that would expose reality TV's darker side and forever alter the show's future. The flashpoint occurred during what was intended as a casual bonding night at an intimate rooftop lounge in downtown Los Angeles. The setting was meant to foster genuine connection, yet Brooke's arrival shifted the energy dramatically. Described by onlookers as confrontational and provocative, her presence quickly turned the atmosphere tense. Instead of joining in, she scanned the room like a predator, unsettling the group. Then, unexpectedly, Brooke pulled out her phone and began reading aloud alleged screenshots and voice recordings that contained disparaging remarks about newer cast members. Comments made behind their backs. Most shocking were the purported insults aimed at Shaunie Henderson herself, a move that instantly silenced and unnerved everyone present. The idea that someone had spoken ill of the show's matriarch was seen as a grave betrayal, rather than being perceived as an act of transparency. Brooke's revelations were viewed as a calculated attack designed to fracture trust and generate maximum drama. Some cast members labeled her an informant, while others were so distraught by the perceived betrayal, they left the gathering in tears. Suspicion grew as cast members scrutinized the evidence and found inconsistencies, odd formatting, suspicious timing, suggesting the materials might have been altered or taken out of context to serve Brookes' agenda. Worse still, rumors emerged that Brooke may have created fake social media profiles to bait other cast members into saying damaging things, a tactic veering into harassment or fraud. The situation spiraled out of control, prompting urgent calls to network executives and Shaunie herself. It was clear this was no ordinary reality show quarrel, but a serious crisis threatening to unravel the entire production. What began as a promising return had morphed into a cautionary tale about the perilous blend of personal pain, manipulation, and the high stakes of reality television. The situation quickly escalated into a potential legal quagmire, threatening not only the reputation, but the very foundation of the Basketball Wives franchise. Shaunie Henderson's response was swift and uncompromising. Within just 24 hours of the explosive rooftop incident, she convened urgent meetings with the show's producers and network executives to address what she saw as an immediate danger to the lives and integrity of everyone involved in the show. Shaunie was unequivocal in her stance. Brooke Bailey's conduct was fundamentally at odds with the values and standards that she demanded from anyone associated with the franchise. Shaunie, the issue went far beyond the current drama or even the looming legal threats. Having dedicated years to building Basketball Wives into a powerhouse of reality television, she viewed Brooks' actions as a direct assault on everything she had painstakingly created. The alleged manipulation, potential fraud, and blatant disregard for the well-being of fellow cast members were precisely the toxic behaviors Shaunie had fought to eliminate from the show's culture. Although it was a difficult call, the decision to remove Brooke from the cast was made decisively and without delay. Shaunie recognized that allowing such behavior to continue unchecked would set a dangerous precedent and expose the network to significant legal and financial jeopardy. The emergency meeting with production heads was reportedly brief but clear-cut. Brooke Bailey's tenure on Basketball Wives was officially over. However, Brooke's reaction only intensified the turmoil. Instead of accepting her exit quietly, she chose to escalate the conflict, potentially exposing herself to serious legal consequences and further damaging her professional relationships. A surprise move that caught everyone off guard, Brooke launched an unannounced Instagram live session. Her demeanor was unsettlingly calm, signaling to viewers that she was about to reveal something significant. Over nearly half an hour, she systematically dismantled the official narrative of her departure, offering her own perspective that painted the franchise in a far less flattering light. Brooke's most incendiary accusations centered on a culture of favoritism within Basketball Wives. She claimed that certain cast members enjoyed immunity from repercussions regardless of their actions, while others faced harsh penalties for minor missteps. According to Brooke, these disparities were not based on merit, but on personal alliances and confidential information that fostered a network of mutual protection among some individuals. The live broadcast reached a fever pitch when Brooke openly challenged Shaunie Henderson's leadership and integrity. By hinting at hidden secrets and questioning why some favorites received special treatment, Brooke effectively declared a war on one of reality TV's most powerful figures. She further raised the stakes by referencing non-disclosure agreements and alleged cover-ups, accusing Shaunie and the production of suppressing whistleblowers and concealing critical events from the audience. If Brooke's claims held water, they threatened to expose a dark underbelly of the reality TV world, one where truth is sacrificed for control, and industry insiders shield themselves at any cost. Social media exploded with speculation, but VH1 and Shaunie Henderson opted for silence, choosing to avoid a public confrontation that might lend credibility to Brooke's assertions. Instead, the network and producers responded with a quiet but firm strategy. Brooke's contract was allowed to expire, and official legal warnings about confidentiality breaches were channeled through formal routes rather than personal exchanges. This methodical sidelining highlighted the complex machinery behind reality TV, a system designed to neutralize internal threats while preserving a polished public image. To the casual viewer, reality television often appears as nothing more than entertaining drama, carefully packaged for maximum emotional impact. Yet beneath the surface of scripted confrontations and dramatic cliffhangers lies a complex web of behind-the-scenes maneuvering that rarely reaches the public eye. Brooke Bailey's recent saga has peeled back the curtain on this hidden world, shining a stark light on ethical dilemmas that challenge the very foundation of what reality TV claims to represent. At the heart of Brookes' allegations are accusations of manipulated storylines crafted by producers to fit a particular narrative, selective editing that distorts the truth, and a glaring disparity in how cast members are treated, often based on favoritism or strategic alliances rather than fairness or professionalism. These revelations force us to question how much of what we watch is genuine and how much is a carefully constructed illusion. More importantly, they compel us to scrutinize the responsibilities borne by those behind the camera, the producers, editors, and executives who hold immense power over shaping not only stories, but also the reputations and lives of the people involved. This controversy does more than entertain. It exposes the ethical tightrope reality TV walks. Is it acceptable to engineer conflict and manipulate events purely for viewer engagement, even at the expense of truth? How much transparency should audiences expect? Brookes Accusations urge the industry and viewers alike to confront these uncomfortable questions. The idea that participants may be unfairly portrayed, or that some are shielded from consequences while others are punished, challenges the integrity of the genre. As the fallout from Brookes' claims unfolded, public opinion quickly fractured. On one side stood those who viewed her as a brave whistleblower, someone risking professional backlash to reveal the systemic corruption and exploitation lurking beneath the glamour of reality television. To them, Brookes' courage in speaking out symbolized a call for accountability and reform within an often opaque industry. On the other hand, skeptics saw her actions as the predictable reaction of a disgruntled former cast member, possibly motivated by personal grievances or the desire for attention after her dismissal. This divide illustrates the broader tension in how audiences interpret reality TV drama, sometimes as authentic human experience, sometimes as manufactured spectacle. Yet, despite the public debates and social media frenzy, the true resolution of this conflict likely remains obscured behind the closed doors of legal proceedings and confidentiality agreements. Reality TV contracts often include stringent non-disclosure clauses that prevent cast members and producers from sharing details of disputes or production practices. These legal barriers protect networks and producers but can also stifle transparency and keep troubling issues hidden from public scrutiny. In the end, Brooke Bailey's story serves as a potent reminder that reality television is not just harmless entertainment. It is a powerful cultural force with real-world consequences. It challenges us to think critically about what we consume and to demand greater honesty and fairness in how these stories are told. The ongoing controversy underscores the urgent need for clearer ethical guidelines and greater accountability within the reality TV industry, both to protect those who appear on screen and to respect the intelligence of the viewers who invest their time and trust in these stories. Brookes' insinuations of possessing documentary evidence and hints of further revelations keep the public guessing about what might yet surface. Regardless of the outcome, her conflict with Shaunie Henderson has undeniably reshaped Basketball Wives and could influence how reality TV franchises handle cast disputes and internal crises moving forward. Though the immediate impact might not be reflected solely in ratings or social media chatter, the lasting effects of this turmoil may well redefine industry standards, altering the delicate balance between producers, cast, and executives in the high-stakes world of reality television.